Hello and welcome to my Yugioh channel. Today we're looking at the Master Duel April 10th update. So this, at the time of recording, was a couple of days ago, but I think it's worthwhile having a look at what's new and what's introduced within the sets that are coming. We've had quite a big change in that there is a brand new set, but that set has also been subdivided into some of its own archetypes, so you'll have 4 additional sets where if you only need maybe 1 or 2 cards from those sets, it's probably better to pick up those rather than the grand big set where you might not need those particular cards. So long live normal monsters, it says here. Secret packs have been updated, so we have the one for A Song of Zephyr and Petals. These cards will feature Refrain the Melodious Songstress as an ultra rare, Bacca the Melodious Maestra, Flowering Etoile the Melodious Magnificat, Couplet the Melodious Songstress, Melodious Concerto, and Brilliant Rose. In the pack Invulnerable Iron Wings, we have Raid Raptor Bloom Vulture, which is a brand new Raid Raptor card, Raid Raptor Rising Rebellion Falcon, Raid Raptor Brave Strix, Rise Rank Up Magic Raid Raptor's Force, Raid Raptor Roost, Raid Raptor Glorious Bright, and Raid Raptor Noir Lanius. In Blazing Fortitude, we have Salamangreat of Fire, Salamangreat Raging Phoenix, Code of Soul, Salamangreat Tiger, Salamangreat Burst Griffin, Salamangreat Charge, Salamangreat Weasel, Salamangreat Revive, Phoenix Gearblade. And the following secret packs will have these contents removed on May 9th, applying to various time zones based on Roused from Destruction. Nephis the Sacred Flame, Cerulean Sacred Phoenix of Nephis, Conductor of Nephis, Phoenix Wing Windblast, Disciple of Nephis, Devotee of Nephis, Nephis the Sacred Preserver, Rebirth of Nephis, Sacred Phoenix of Nephis, Hand of Nephis, A Feather of the Phoenix, Dart Nephis, Metaphys Nephis, Matriarch of Nephis, Chronicler of Nephis, Defender of Nephis, Last Hope of Nephis, and Awakening of Nephis. But also we're going to be getting a brand new bundle deal. This is going to feature Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit as a set. A special set that includes 10 master packs guaranteed to have at least 1 secret rare and 1 bonus ultra rare card. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. As well as being useful as a tuner, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is popular for its destruction effect. You can activate it when a monster on the field activates its effect, or when a spell or trap that is already face up on the field activates its effect and destroy that card. Try it in your deck and see how devastating this can be. This is priced at 750 gems, so it's actually not too costly when you consider how expensive some of the sets are. And it also features a brief animation on top of the card that it's responding to the particular card, so it actually tells you which card it's targeting. And in terms of the new secret packs, the previously announced secret packs are now unlocked. So this is called Forgotten Underworld. Within this set, welcome to the mystery depths of the underworld. Here, a lonely king continually brings many coloured skeletons to life. Combine fusion and destruction effects, flood the graveyard with memento monsters, and call forth tremendous forces. You might find that some of the memento monsters look familiar, so be sure to look closely. These feature a number of different cards that have already been kind of seen within Master Duel, as that's not necessarily a problem. So, for example, the Thunder Dragon Colossus and the Titan are there. You have multiple of the Memento cards, but you've got some brand new ones in there. For the secret rares, pretty much most of the cards here are just already accessible. I don't think there was anything new added. In terms of the rares, similarly, I don't think there was anything new in here. It's just easier access to these particular cards. And the kind of normal cards, they are also pretty much unaffected. I think only the 3rd card from the left is a brand new card. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. The second pack we've got is The World's Fate Rests on the Shoulders of a Girl who a fairy and a feed are whispering to. Can you balance the life point related effects of Valmonica and master their strategies? Also be sure to check out the monster tributing Magispector cards. So within the set you have Magispectors and Valmonica. In terms of new cards, you do have this brand new Valmonica. I think it's the most powerful of them, and it's pretty much the only one on the ultra rares that is new. With the secret rares, I also believe there hasn't been anything new except for the card on the bottom right, which is the trap card. It's a counter trap, which helps to negate the effects of your opponent's spells, traps, and monster effects. The rares also feature no new cards. I think maybe the bottom right card, which is a trap card, might be the closest thing we have to a new card. And the normal cards, pretty much I think as well, these cards have all been featured beforehand, so there's nothing particularly that interesting. The third pack we've got our Centurion Primera faced desperate odds, but just when all seemed hopeless, the allies' spirits come together and a truly legendary knight awakens. Witness the awesome synchro monsters of Centurion brought forth by utilising the spell and trap zone. Alongside them and demanding equal attention is Elements of Hater synchro summoning archetype with an excavation-based strategy. In this set we do have a couple of new cards. The fourth synchro along, the one basically closest to the right, is the only new one that we've featured. Secret rares, pretty much all these cards have also been shown. I think maybe the only one that hasn't is if you look on the second row, and the one closest to a spell card, I think that one is a brand new card. In terms of the rares, none of these are new. I think, yeah, there's no new ones. It's pretty much you've got it or you haven't. And the normal cards, I think those are also just kind of already been seen. And we also have in the fourth set, that Xyz fortifies monsters by equipping them with an Xyz monster from the graveyard. Try using it with a synergistic card like Full Armoured Dark Knight Lancer. Also included are shark cards capable of devastating combos. Within the ultra rares, we have 3 cards which are brand new. So that is the middle card and the 2 cards on the right. These all came out of a particular set that specialised and focused on water attribute monsters, and it's a good way of the new Chaos number 32 helps to actually adapt itself, as the previous version of Chaos 32 only worked with its effect if you had 1,000 or less life points to your name. The Virtue Dragon is quite decent as well, as it helps you to search for a Virtue Stream trap card. That card lets you destroy one of your own, I believe it's fish, sea serpent or archetype monsters, and in exchange you can destroy up to 2 other cards that your opponent controls, so it's a bit like an Icarus attack. And there are other archetypes that have this type of ability as well. You also have the Surfacing Big Jaws, which is a reformed version, retrained version of the original Big Jaws, but that card was pretty much useless. With the secret rares here, I don't think there are any new cards. Oh, correction, there are a few new cards. So if you look on the second row, under number 74, Abyss Splash, you have what looks like a mini Shark Drake. That's a new card. The one to its right is also a new shark card. The one to that's right is a new card which was supporting the Xerophine archetype, which is used by Rio, which is Shark's younger sister. And the one to its right is also another shark card. With the rares, the only new card I believe here is the third card, which is a monster. And that was also, I think that came out as like a promotional card. It wasn't actually in the main series set. And you also have, with the normal cards, you have several new cards. Those are all the ones kind of at the end. So you've got the brand new Aquajet card, you have kind of a new Xyz card, and the trap card at the bottom is also new. Here you've got a new accessory, which is a protector. It's called Full Armoured Dark Knight Lancer. So it's nice to see those. Protectors depicting a Dark Knight's further strengthened form for those who strike with a red sphere to crush them. That's priced at 100 gems. The wallpaper is of the Primite Howl, which is part of the Primite archetype. That is a series of monsters that help to support by having normal monsters on the field. The powerful and mysterious Primite Imperial Dragon. With its magnificent dragon scale, a new force is born from the resonance of its roar with the surrounding Primite. This is priced at 250 gems, and you also have field parts, which are the Centurion MF, I think that's 4 Field parts modelled on Model 6 in a series, oh, it's 6, not 4. Of magically powered land mech, its insignia shows the strength of its bond with its partner. This is priced at 100 gems, and a deluxe icon frame of Mirror Force. An icon frame evoking a trap card that's driven many a duelist to the brink of despair. Once you've fallen victim to Mirror Force, every set card starts to look like it. Priced at 60 gems. And here's the combined pack itself. This is the new selection pack, Onslaught of Emperors. Reborn, the fanbed behemoth of the deep seeks to blot out all light. Number C32, Sharkdrake Levice, is the new ace of the Shark archetype, which also receives several other new cards. From the earth emerges the primite archetype, possessing the power to extract normal monsters' latent potential. And that's not all. Powerful cards have been added for Memento, Valmonica, and Centurion too. Surge towards glorious victory with a hell-honed deck of your most trusted cards. Within the ultra-rare cards, there are mostly new cards outside of, I think, the 7th Ascension, which is the ultra-rare spell card, which is the one kind of in the middle of the screen. Everything else pretty much is new. Best cards out of here, I mean, you've got the new Nibiru type of card, which is actually quite decent. All other cards are very useful within their own archetypes. In terms of the secret rares, you have 22 of these out of the whole 85 selection. Zapper Shrimp, which is the third card, it's the first synchro, has the ability to destroy a spell or trap card your opponent controls, and it's a synchro tuner, so it can be useful to going into your own very powerful high level Excel synchro monsters, as it can synchro summon during your opponent's turn as well. The Mind card, that synchro monster has the ability to kind of take over your opponent's monster, so that's actually quite useful. It also, when it's destroyed, can kind of swap again, so it allows you to kind of access various other cards. You have this Fusion monster, which I believe is quite useful in the Cyber Dragon deck, and the other cards, pretty much most of the other cards are useful in terms of the Shark archetype. There is a card near the bottom of it. If you look at the third row along and the furthest on the left, it's called Heavy Polymerization. That's useful for fusion-based decks. You have a new card, which is the one that has the two bony hands. That is a Morganite card, and those are also very powerful. The trap next to it is the Virtue Stream, which is the one that destroys your opponent's cards, so long as you destroy one of your spell trap, one of your fish, aqua, or sea serpent type monsters. In terms of the rares, most of these are pretty much cards that you already have access to. In terms of new cards, I think you have the Turapurin, which is just a new card itself. You have the Regeneration card, which is useful for low-level kind of water attribute monsters. And you have the cards alongside that bottom row. Pretty much they also are new cards. And in the in the normal pack, portion of the pack, pretty much most of the cards here aren't that useful. You do have the Shark, which can be useful, and this is more of an excuse for if you haven't picked up any of Shark cards before, here's your chance, you're going to get access to them pretty easily. Interesting thing is that Zapper Shrimp is being introduced here before it arrives in the OCG, so that's actually quite decent. Here we have confirmation that the following cards have been stealth added to the Legacy packs. That means they'll be a lot easier to get. So we have 3-in-1, this is a trap card. During your opponent's end phase, if your opponent has more total cards in their hand and field than you have in your hand and field, special summon 3 normal monsters from your graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 3 monsters you control with different original names. Set 1 spell or trap card from your hand or deck that mentions the original names of all 3 targets. The good thing about this card is, provided your opponent has more total cards in the hand and field than you do, you're able to just recover 3 normal monsters. It happens to be showing the Ojamas, which is kind of the idea of this theme. And by banishing this, you're then able to recover 3 monsters with different original names. You set a spell or trap card that mentions those names, so it does have to work pretty much within the Ojama archetype, so that helps you to bring out Ojama Delta Hurricane as an example. And the other card we've got is the League of Uniform Nomenclature Strikes. This is a normal spell card. Target one face-up monster you control. Equip 2 monsters with the same original name as that target from your hand, deck, and or graveyard to that target as equipped spells, and if you do, it cannot attack or be destroyed by battle while equipped with those 2 cards. You cannot special summon for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, except monsters with the same original type as the targeted monster. You can only activate one of the League of Uniform Nomenclature strikes per turn. The effect of this card allows you to basically choose a face-up monster you have. You just equip 2 monsters with the same original name as that from the hand, deck, or graveyard to it. So if you have, for example, the Ojama Yellow, it just equips 2 more Ojama Yellow regardless of where they are, and that monster cannot attack or be destroyed, provided it's still equipped with those cards. It's a good way of preserving a particular monster if you need that card, and it's a good way of deck thinning as you need it. This card is being introduced here again before it arrives in the OCG, and we also have a new Triad duel called Onslaught of Emperors. In this event, duels are played with loner decks with cards from the selection pack Onslaught of Emperors. This event will run until April 14th, applying by time zone. By winning 3 duels, you can obtain 1 pack of the most recent selection pack Onslaught of Emperors, and you get access to trying any of the 3 kind of archetypes, main archetypes that have been introduced. So the Netherworld beings from days past. This one is the Memento archetype, and pretty much gives you access to certain cards you might not already have access to, such as you've got the Cherry Blossom card, you also have Fulveros. Both of those are quite decent, as well as Call by the Grave, and the main kind of staples of the Mementos. This Memento deck destroys its own monsters to summon others. Aim to load your graveyard with Memento monsters by using their various effects, when you have at least 5 of them there. It's time to special summon the deck's Ace Memento Teku Lika Combined Creation. When this monumental monster is combined with Mementalon Cranium Burst, which you can set with the effect of Mementalon, you will not nigh be invincible. The next set of cards are Knights of True Bonds. This is supposed to be for the Centurion archetype. This Centurion deck excels at bringing out level 12 Synchro monsters. As with all Centurion decks, Centurion Primera is key, since it's a level 4 tuner whose effects adds a Centurion card from the deck to the hand. By combining a card like Centurion True Dahlia, which can special summon itself from the Spell and Trap Zone in either player's main phase, with the effect of Stand-Up Centurion, you can synchro summon during your opponent's turn as well. And the last set of cards are for the Celtus' Divergent Fates. This is for the Valmonica archetype. A Valmonica deck that hinges on choosing between 2 varieties of effects. First you'd place Angelo Valmonica and Demono Valmonica, so that's Angel and Devil, in your pendulum zones by using the effect of either. To follow up, place more resonance counters on them. By continuing to use the effects of Valmonica spell cards, you'll be able to link summon either Duraloom Valmonican Heathen Hallow or Zephyra Valmonican Hallow Heaven, once you have 3+ resonance counters placed on Angelico Valmonica or Demono Valmonica respectively. From there, aim to link summon Vara Valmonican Concord.